Welcome to another Rule Out podcast, everyone. I actually just started recording this episode, or what was going to be this episode, about an hour or hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago. Got about 5 minutes into it, and then the audio started cutting out and the camera freezing and a whole bunch of shit just kept going wrong. So yeah, it's just been an absolute nightmare. I don't think people actually, you'd never actually understand how hard something is to get right until you start doing it. Because let me tell you, it's an absolute nightmare out here. 2 seconds, actually. 2 seconds, everyone. 2 seconds. Don't want that light on. Just really glary. But yeah, you don't actually understand how difficult this actually is to do. I may be just sitting in a chair with some stupid mask on, talking to a camera, talking to a mic. You got no idea how. Oh, it's just, yesterday I did a podcast, sat here for a full half hour talking, got to the end of it and forgot to turn the audio capture on the camera off. So there was 2 recordings of the audio. It was from the mic and from the camera, and it was just bouncing back and everywhere. It was just absolute nightmare. So that's one thing that's happened to me in this journey on trying to get the proper setup and everything. And then I actually started what was going to be this podcast about 2 hours ago, and got 5 minutes into it, and then everything froze and started glitching and the mic cut out. So that's probably going to happen again. If it does, I'm going to smash everything in this room. But let's hope that doesn't. So yeah, it is a very stressful game to get into, I'll tell you that much. Like, you're trying so hard to get everything working and right. You got to spend all the money on it, you got to spend all the time on it, and all you get out of it really is just to do what you want to do. But it's, I don't know, it's just, you wonder why you want to do it. Why don't you just save your money, don't stress yourself out. What's the point? I'll tell you what the point is. It's because I want to and I chose to, so that's what I'm doing. Alright, so there is a lot of stress that comes with it, but I'd rather the stress that comes with trying to do something than the stress that comes from not doing anything with your life. So yeah, what I did want to talk about in this episode today, that I did start talking about previously, was ghosts and what they've done to humankind. And taxes. And how I hate the government. Mainly how I hate the government. The government. My goodness. Let's start off with why I hate the government. Right? So today has just been one of those days, and I've went out, I had a few things to tick off. Had to renew my driver's license. Had to pay a parking ticket, a $50 parking ticket that I got the other day, because I parked for longer than an hour in a certain spot, even though I renewed my parking meter on the Easy Park app. Easy to do, but problem was I think they've got a thing, or they just sit there. I swear they sit there just looking and watching for your car. Oh, he's been there for longer than an hour. Book him. And that's what they've done to me. So I hate them. I hate them all. I just and you know what I have noticed, right? The government likes to pretend like they give a shit about you and how you feel and what you want to happen and everything. So you got to go and vote. I haven't voted, and I'm 24. I've voted twice, but there's a bunch of years in there since I was 18 that I've missed. And I don't care. I'll pay you $50, mate, because I'd rather you just take more of my money than just think that you're getting away with making me live in this delusional, thinking where that you actually give a shit about me or my opinion. Half these votes are probably rigged anyway, and it doesn't matter if they're not, because the person that gets in power's got an alternative, to anything that they've said they want to do. They're just trying to get everyone to win, to win their spot. Everyone to think that they're the best one that's going to be fucking. I don't even know about politics or anything, but all I'll say is that they're a bunch of fucking dogs, mate. Dogs. And, yeah. My chin just keeps rubbing on this flipping mic. But yeah, so I don't know who's in power or who's flipping doing what, and I don't care, but I'll tell you what they have done. They've brought down the tax brackets 2% in Australia, right? So they used to be, the tax threshold's still 18,200 before you start paying any tax, and then it used to be 21.5% with Medicare levy or something, and now they've taken that down 2%, and they've taken the next threshold. They took everything down 2%, apart from the highest bracket there. So they've done that, and they've made everyone think, oh, finally they're leaving us a little bit of money. Oh, they're doing us a great favour. They're helping us out. No, they're not. Car registration goes up. Avocados go up. Fucking parking tickets go up. Mate, I used to get parking tickets in Devonport, where I mainly go, in Tasmania, and they're $28 they used to be. Now they're near double. It's $50 for a parking ticket. Everything else sneaks up, and then they take down the tax brackets 2%, and they go, look at us. Aren't we the saviours? Aren't we doing you guys a bunch of favours? Now stop your sooking. It's absolute load of crap. I hate the government, man. They're a bunch of flipping phonies. And yeah, so that's how I feel about them. And today's just one of those days where it's really reminded you that they're just a bunch of cookheads, absolute cookheads. So yeah, I went actually get off that topic, but you can understand the frustration. And if anyone's out there that thinks that the government actually cares about them, you're wrong. Take a good look at it all, mate. It's all just a big show, Another funny thing is, I see when I go into, say a kebab shop I went into earlier today, or you go into a servo or something, and there's Indians working in there, because most of them are Indians that are working in these United petrol stations or anything. And I've noticed, I went into Babba's Kebabs today, and they all say, when you go up to the counter or anything, or you go to do anything, they go, yes please. I've never understood it. I feel like trying to teach them the exact English that you use on that certain occasion. No one's asked you if you want a bowl of ice cream, mate. You're not like, yes please. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It makes no sense. If someone comes up to you and you work in a kebab shop, you say, what can I get for you today, sir? And then they go, and then I say, oh yeah, HSP, thanks. And then they go, would you like cheese on that? Yes, please, I would say. See, I'm gonna tell one of them one day, I'm gonna say, in a respectful way, I'm gonna say, look, instead of saying yes, please, when no one said anything, which makes no sense, say, what can I do for you today, sir? Or what can I get for you today, sir? Or when I come in the servo, when I go to pay for my fuel, don't go, yes, please, and hold out the meter like some fucking weirdo. Say, having a good day today, sir? Or pump 4, the diesel, $50. It makes no sense. That's one thing that's just ticking me off today. Ticking me off, mate. Ticking me off. But, yeah. So, it's, other than that, today was a good day, I think. Yeah, I guess it was. It was good weather. I was going to go to the beach, but I didn't. I ended up just eating my food in the car down near the beach, because it's just windy and cold. Like there's snow on the mountains still. Like it makes no. It's spring, bro. It's spring in Tasmania, and there's snow on the mountains. Damn it! You can't get a break. And if this isn't recording, I'm gonna have a fit. I'm gonna have a proper fit. All right. How'd everyone go reading the book, The Fear Bubble? Right? Good book. I've been trying to read a bit more, but the last couple of days been struggling a fair bit, like just finding the time, because I'm just laying around doing nothing all the time, and that normally keeps me pretty busy. So it's can't really find the time to get much reading done. So it gets to me a little bit, like I just struggle to find the time, and yeah. Oh yeah, what else? What else has been going on with you guys out there? Doing anything crazy? Going out this weekend for the grand final, are ya? Hey, go and do some drugs, get off your head, drink some beers. Not me, I don't know what I'll be doing. Probably that. Nah, no, I don't reckon. Yeah, it's all just mindset, really. Like if you have a bad day like today, you just got to continually try and tell yourself that it wasn't a bad day, even though it was a very shithole day. So, because you're trying to trick yourself, you're trying to, like every little thing that goes wrong, you're just trying to say, no, well, your first thing is like, oh, fucking hell, I'm gonna fucking flip out in a minute. But then, you gotta be, as quick as you can, you gotta be like, right, look, nah, forget it, let's move on, don't worry about it, let's have a good day, doesn't matter, one slight inconvenience. And then you trip on the way up the stairs. Alright? That seems to set me off. I don't care. I don't care about your positive thinking after that. And actually, lately, it's been happening to me every single morning. I've got to walk up the stairs, and because I'm just warming up into my day, I just I just keep tripping up the stairs. I just keep tripping up the stairs in the morning. It's starting to get to me, man. Like, bad enough, I try to stay positive, but you trip up the stairs, and then you go to open your biscuits, and like they just go everywhere. You just can't. Oh no, I'm not. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Like, I feel like I'm just having them days every day. I just can't do it anymore. Gotta stay positive. Positive. I'll snap out of it. Just gotta stay positive. Nothing you can do but stay positive. You just gotta try and win. Like it's just so infectious, that negativity. It's a rush. Yeah. Ah. Oh, no, I'm out of it now. I'm all good. I'll be right, everyone. Don't worry about me. Hope you guys all out there living the dream, having a wonderful sad day. It's Friday right now. It's grand final tomorrow, everyone. So yeah, I hope you have a great weekend and you just really go at it. Really enjoy yourself. Live it up, because that weekend's going to be over, and then you'll be back at work on Monday and realize that you're still in a 9 to 5 and you hate yourself, your job, and your whole life. But there is another weekend coming, so you'll be able to do it all over again. And you can do that for as long as you want until you drop. So yeah, hope you enjoy the weekend. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing exactly. Probably wallowing in self-pity. Yeah, that's a good one. That's an option. There's options. There's always plenty of options. Yes. I'm still contemplating why I called this the Rule Out Podcast. I don't know. Thought it was cool. Got sick of trying to think of a name, so I just went with something. You don't really have to worry about it too much. I mean, who cares, really? I could have called it the Ghostface Podcast Or I could have called it Some Idiot Talking to a Camera podcast, or could have just called it Jake's podcast, you know, you know, you know. You can do anything you want. Oh my goodness, I thought I looked over for a second in there and seen the record button not pressed. I'd have shot myself. Like, I can't do it anymore, man. I was watching YouTube videos for 2 hours once the other one video froze, trying to figure out how to have a good audio sound with this mic, because, like, this mic is meant to be one of the best podcast mics out there, but for some reason it's just so hard to get that gain level up without having it, like, start clipping and everything. So I've been working it out, and, like, yeah, found one guy who had a good video, and he's kind of had a few things on there, so I'll see how that goes for this video anyway. And the camera went flat on the last one, the last episode, I think. I don't know whether I posted that video or not, but I've ordered a little battery that actually goes in the camera, and then you can plug it into the wall, so your camera doesn't go flat. That's the last tool I need to have this thing go around for as long as I want it to go around for. And I mean, a lot of people actually get a bit iffy about, oh, it's a solo podcast, what are you going to talk about, or how can you talk to a camera, or whatever. Like, the thing is, like, it's just something I want to do, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to talk to the camera, and I'm just going to talk about the most random shit. I'm not scripting anything. This is the time that this is going to take up in my life, and that's my decision. I'm not, like, after this, now I've got it set up, the audio is over the video. I'm not even going to put the intro on anymore, because I don't even know if that's the kind of branding or the kind of style I want to do anyway. The videos can just go up, and that's it. As soon as this is done, boom, post on YouTube, that's it. No cutting, no editing, no BS, and that's as much time as I'm letting this take up my life in at the moment. And it's got to be easy and flow, don't have to pack up anything, just go at it, that's it. In and out, that's how you kind of, a lot of people, if they're struggling to, like, start off something, commit to it and everything, the best thing to commit to start off with is just in and out. So the gym, in and out. Don't go in there sitting on your phone, taking hours of your day up, just going half hour, hard at it, in out. So yeah, it's really hard to breathe in this mask. So, but you just need to, I don't know, it's just something I want to do, and I don't find it hard to talk on the camera at all. You wonder whether people actually give a shit about anything you're saying, and the fact is, once you think about it, they don't. No one does, so who cares? You watch half these big podcasts out there, like Joe Rogan or Theo Von or any of these guys, they talk about the most random shit. Talk about how their ass itches or something. Like, what? And everyone's like, oh, that's a good podcast, man. That was so good. I really learned a lot from that. And you do, actually. Like, because a lot of it's relatable. Not that my ass is itching. So yeah, moving on. What do you guys think about pre-workout? Pre-workout, like, it doesn't really do much for me. Like, I don't understand how people don't actually have just the raw energy in the afternoon, even after a day at work in construction, to just go at it hard at the gym, just burn everything else out of you that you can. Like, I go to the gym, like, it's rare that I'll go to the gym and, like, not feel like I have the energy to be able to push out a good workout without having to pump some pre-workout BS caffeine into my body. Like, I don't, yeah, I've never really seen the need for it. Like, when I first started going to the gym and everything, my brother got me into the pre-workout, all the gym goer supplements and everything. So it was all part of my gym routine. But I come to realise that, like, all it was doing is stuffing up my sleep routine, and I just didn't need it. So I just started going on natural energy. I even stopped taking creatine because it literally does nothing for me. Like, like, it's just, yeah, I don't know, I feel like it was just doing nothing. Like, it doesn't make you any bigger, it doesn't do anything, like, for me. It doesn't make me feel more hydrated or anything. Like, I'd just rather know that I'm not putting anything synthetic into my body. Like, You know, you just get fit on your own terms naturally. Just eat good food, stay hydrated, and that's it. What else can you do? You don't need to be pumping all these stupid businesses bullshit into you that is just there to make money and you don't actually know what's actually in it. So that's my look on that anyway. I was just looking at my old pre-workout thing over there. Yeah. I think if you're just drinking at least 2 litres of water a day, but it all depends. People say, oh, you got to drink 2 litres of water a day and everything, but it all depends on how hot it was. It might be cold as hell. You might only need a litre. How much physical work you did or anything, like how much you sweated or sweat. Like, you just kind of play it by ear how you feel. If you're getting a headache, drink some more water, you know? I don't know how some of these girls out here don't just get around with headaches all the damn time. Like, girls just do not drink water, man. Like, what is with that? Like, even my sisters, they barely drink any water. Like, one of my sisters doesn't anyway. So it makes no sense. Like, if I don't drink water or eat proper food or anything, I feel like I'm about to die. You know, and you get to a certain point early on in your 20s, I think, after a bit of abuse through your teens and everything, like of just not drinking or eating properly, and then your body's like, no, I need this shit, otherwise I'm going to fucking faint. So that's how my body's going right now. So, yeah. I'll take this mask off. Oh, far out. You're sweaty as hell in there, man. Sweaty as hell. But yeah, no. Oh, that feels good to have that off my face. It's all. What's the best position for this? Just there like that. Yeah, it's all what was I talking about? Forgot. What are we up to? Right, 21 minutes, everyone. 21 minutes. If you've tuned in, thanks for watching. I've got a headache now, actually. Haven't really drunk much water myself today. Funny enough, talking shit about everyone else. But I think the audio on this is definitely sounding a lot better. Even having that mask on just kind of opens the side of the headphones a little bit, and you just don't actually get to hear the monitor of how the audio actually sounds. But this guy showed me you put in a few filters and everything, it definitely fixes it up a bit, because I'm definitely not a professional at editing anything, and I do not want to have to edit anything after it's recorded. I would not have a clue. I'd just end up stuffing it all up and everything. So yeah, let me know in the comments if anyone does end up watching this before tomorrow. What are you doing for grand final? Because you wouldn't be watching the actual grand final, would you? Like, who cares about that? As long as you get a public holiday out of it or something. But I don't know, do you get a public holiday for that? Because it's on a Saturday, maybe it was King's birthday or something you get on Friday or Monday. But I hate football. It's it's what? Who cares? Who cares, man? Who cares about football? All it is just a big show that's put on to distract everyone from the real reality that they're going to die one day. Not really, but it's something like that. You know, back in the day, I read this somewhere. Back in the day, the Colosseum or whatever, or where they used to have the gladiators fight and everything. Whenever the city was like had difficulties going on, or there was quarrels and everything, they'd just put on a big show to distract everyone and get some people out there fighting lions and getting their arms ripped off. And everyone would be like, yeah, in the stands and everything, oh, and distract them all. That's all it is. And I've never actually been to a football game in the stadium, and I never will, because for that reason, and I've just never liked the sport at all. I tried playing it in grade 7, and I kicked a goal. I tried kicking a goal for the wrong team. But that's not the reason why I hated it. It's just a shitty sport. Like, who cares about football? That's me personally, anyway. So, trash talk me in the comments for hating your favourite sport. I don't care. It's shit. It's a bunch of grown men trying to grab each other's dicks on a football field in front of everyone. But yeah, no. I'm not sure what I'm going to get up to tomorrow. Nothing too out of this world, I don't reckon. I mean, it's hard to get out of this world. It's like we're on the planet. You're not really going anywhere. unless you die. Well, then still you're not going anywhere. You're going closer to the planet because you're getting buried in it. So, yeah, there's no real leaving this planet unless you're in a spaceship, and you're definitely going to have to come back sometime soon, otherwise you're dead. And that's how God wanted it, everyone. I always wonder like, if he's got, like, because I say I believe in God. It's just I'm always struggling to try to fully commit to it and everything, though. And like, you know, everyone says that last step is, you know, a leap of faith, and they're 100% right. It is, because you're not going to have all the answers, and that's exactly how he wanted it. Because if you had all the answers, everyone would be religious. Everyone would follow him because they'd know that they'd be getting toasted when Jesus comes back or something. So it'd be simple, but because it's, you know, left to us to make the decision and have that last leap of faith and everything, that's why most people don't, because most people, including me, will not believe shit unless it's like sitting right in front of them or someone's got a photo of it. So it's definitely, and I'm trying to combat that way of thinking and everything, because I did grow up religious in like Christianity or Jesus, God and all that. The non-twisted version, I'll say. It's just what the Bible says. That's what we believed and everything. And I kind of strayed away from it when I was 17 to now. But just over the last couple of years, I've slowly started just trying to make more sense of it as an adult instead of having it forced onto me as a kid. So I don't know what's going to happen, you know. But I do know that there's a lot of stuff in there that kind of, you know, it's coming, like real life shit is just getting like predicted in the Bible, and that thing's old as hell, especially with all that Middle Eastern stuff going on, Israel and like Palestine or whatever it is. It's funny, like, is it Palestine? If it's Palestine in the Bible, there's literally but then again, like I used to think, oh, Israel, God's on Israel's side, but I don't think he is, because they've strayed away from what he wanted as well. So that everyone's getting torched, man. Like I think, I'm definitely getting torched if I keep going the way I'm going now. But it doesn't matter what you do. If you repent, get baptized, and follow in him as best you can, and you know, whatever, I think you'll be all right, I suppose. Yeah, be doing all right. And it's funny, I was talking to a mate the other day. He said in the Bible somewhere there, it actually says something about in the like Revelations in the Bible, which talks about Armageddon and everything, like when everything goes down pretty well. He said that the people's eyes will melt in the back of their heads and tongues in their mouths and everything. And he's like, you know, that's kind of the shit that's going to happen when like a nuke goes off or something. And that's why he thinks, well, Armageddon's definitely going to be World War III and all this Russia bullshit and everyone just pressing their bombs, pressing their big red buttons and bombing everyone. But apparently before that happens, all the people that are baptized and believe in everything, they get taken away to judgment while that shit's going down and the whole planet's getting absolutely demolished. But it doesn't get completely demolished, because God says in the Bible that he's going to set up his kingdom on earth. So, and I'm not a professional on it. I don't know as much, but I know the basic stuff like that. That's exactly like that. Pretty much is correct. Let me know what you think in the comments. You probably aren't religious at all, or you know, don't care for it whatsoever. But the older I get, the more I start to think, this shit's starting to look more serious than I ever thought it was. So definitely always trying to just work towards that, being able to take that leap of faith and fully commit into something like that, because it does make you feel like you've got more purpose in life and that you're not just doing something for no reason. My camera screen just went dark and it's coming up on 30 minutes. I don't know what that means, whether the camera's flat or it's about to go flat. But if it is, everyone, thanks for watching the podcast. That's about half hour on the clock there anyway, just talking about a few random things today. I'm not sure what I'll put the podcast heading as, really. I don't know. Random stuff. Don't know. But yeah. Another thing is imposter syndrome. I get that every single day, and making and feeling like you're not good enough to do anything out of the ordinary, or not. Feeling like you're never going to be good enough to do something that's, not just a 9 to 5, or just what an average person would be doing, or just, none of your dreams are going to come true. There's just always this little shit in your head just telling you all these negative things about yourself, and how you just need to sit down and shut up, and no one, like you're not going nowhere, or no one's going to listen to the podcast. It's probably right, but who about some things, but like, yeah, it can get pretty depressing if you just let it take over your whole mentality. So you just kind of got to show it who's boss, and just keep on the track that you want to go on, and do the things, and show it that you're not listening to it at all. And that's all I'm trying to do now, by just showing myself that I finally can commit to something, and that it's not actually that hard to do something, like commit to something. So yeah. Well, I think I'm going to cap this one off at about, it's like near 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, I'm going to cap this one off at about half hour again there, everyone. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe, hit the notification bell for any future podcasts if you like the rubbish that I talk about. Hopefully this is recorded fine and nothing stuffs up. But yeah, cheers for tuning in, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for that. Have a good weekend. It's Wednesday on your name. Yes, dog.